Well, hello everyone, and welcome to a fabulous episode of the Fab Life. And here I am with the lady behind Dream in Motion. Actually, there's three of them: Rochelle, Kyler, and Iana. And no, they're not singers. They're not
Well,
lady band. Well, maybe. Oh yes. Perhaps we should do karaoke together one night.
We
yeah. So, oh my gosh, no,
I know, to go back.
Mine just floated away.
It's okay, just come back. Just come back. So, yeah.
So there you have it, a Dream in Motion. It's a new band out there.
Yes, it's a new band. No.
But no, they're going to be the next big thing in the fashion industry. So watch out, Met Gala. They're going to be sashaying down that red carpet in the Met Gala.
Well, yes, because one of our, Dream in Motion actually mentor, teach, and train kids in entrepreneurship and community outreach. And we're building really a network of young entrepreneurs.
Yes.
We specialize in ages 5 to 15.
Mm-hmm.
So you'll get to meet on their show two of our little business owners, our little LLC.
Yes, yes.
Kyler, Kayana Refine, she's the fashion designer.
Yes.
And you'll also meet Ayana, who with The Strongest Fairy, who is an author, illustrator, and publisher. So those are their businesses through the umbrella of Dream in Motion, which we get to teach and work with other kids in different industries. We have a 12-year-old architect, which we're building the tiny house community all over the world with. So we have, and he's 12. So, it's been one of those really great things to really embark upon. It's very rewarding because you're getting children at the earlier ages.
Yes.
So it's to let their minds go creatively has been mind-blowing for me. I still learn a lot. I still learn a lot from my kids. So just allowing them to become who they are very early and then do what they do very early where they don't have to wait.
Nice.
It's been amazing.
Oh my gosh, that is super amazing.
Yeah.
Now, were you the one who conceptualized Dream in Motion?
Yes, I meditate.
Yes.
And through God gave me this purpose.
Yes.
Also to work with younger kids, because by the time you get through the traditional school system and the way how everybody's in their same schedule, you kind of get sucked into the routine of it. So this way it breaks the routine. They create their own based upon what it is in them that they're supposed to do. And all we do is help guide them to it. So instead of most people saying, well, we'll go through school, and when you graduate school and college, then you go get a job. Well, we're creating businesses that they would be able to create jobs for people in those industries. And the way that we work with them and the way that we train them, they become better communicators. Yes. They become more intuitive, and they work in unison. So they work in unity that be able to build that. So we create a whole network of them. So wherever you are in any part of the world, you can find what you need in any part and create things. And that's really what it's all about, letting them use their creative juices to do what they do.
That is so amazing. Televiewers, the first time that I saw Rochelle, I was fascinated with the interview between her and Wawa and her show, The Voluptuous Life. I was in the other room petting the cat. Yeah. So we didn't want to be in this room because the cat and I were getting so excited in the other room.
Oh, Nala.
Oh, Nala.
Not the Nala.
But in between my petting Nala and listening, I said, wow, I got to meet this lady and all that. So after your interview with Wawa, I came out here, and then she gave me her info and all that, and then a few days ago, we decided to, sit down and meet at a food court to collaborate. And then I finally saw the entire team, and it turned out that I already saw you guys like a few months ago at the Black Card Seminar in Lake Las Vegas.
Yes, in February, yes.
And I said, oh my gosh, isn't that so amazing? I guess it was meant to me. I mean, God just brought us together.
Yes,
you know,
yes, indeed.
The powers that be brought us together.
I mean, like I said, with even, like I said, part of this network, it's just the people that God is bringing, what He's doing, has been amazing and amazing to work with, and we're all connecting. It's almost like what we talk about. We're creating things and doing things, and we're all connecting in all different parts of the world, and that's really what this is about. It's a shared, unifying experience.
It is.
And that's the way it should be. You create the family that you want to be a part of, because you hear of a lot of it. People come from broken families. They've come from good families, but you have to get out of your comfort zone. And that means getting out and move with other families, other people. So we create another family. And that's what we love doing. I have this thing that I tell everybody, I steal people. You know, people, they laugh at it, but they go, I steal people. Because I look at the greatness in the heart of people, and you always want to bring in their talents and put it together so that they can work the talents. And that's the way it works. And then we share upon whatever our skill sets and whatever our talents are with each other in order to build whatever it is that we're building or helping one another build.
That is really wow. I'm beyond speechless right now. Now my question is, okay, so these are children ages, you said ages 5
to 15.
5 to 15. Now, when you set up in this dream in motion, and when you spot these talents, do you work with them while they're studying, in elementary or high school, or do you encourage them to finish their studies before doing this, or while they're going through their studies?
We don't buck the status quo, so to say. We don't say drop out and come and do. We don't do that. What we try to do is we work with them based upon what we do, and they're able to do things in the now.
Okay.
So what they start to find out is, as you begin to learn what we're doing against traditional schooling, they find out it doesn't really make sense. So then it becomes a part of wanting to come fully to Dream in Motion.
Okay.
Because Dream in Motion is not in the school system at all.
Okay. Wow.
At all. So because the practices of school is old. They don't keep up with today.
I see.
You know what I mean? And technology has ruined that. I mean, they're light years ahead, and we're still reading textbooks back from, I don't know, 30, 20 years ago. So you have to also be able to put things into practice. Everything you will, mostly from school, is theory, knowledge-wise. And if you don't really do it or put it to use, where does that knowledge go? Down the drain as well as your tuition. You know, so if school has stopped so much becoming a business and about really learning, then it would make sense. But it's not. So that's where we pick up the helm, where we're working together and the kids are able to put it out there what they want to do. And we open up the avenues. God brings in all the avenues that we need in order for them to mentor, be mentees. In other world would say internship, but they get to really work in their craft. Not go fetch coffee, not go make copies, not go do, they're actually doing what it is that they want to do. So that's where our differences are with what we do. And they get to travel, they get to create their own time, they get to experience their life and create their experiences. So to be a fashion designer, you have to create that learning part, learn this and do that, and then create a line. You have to create where you see it going. You have to create where you want to be in so many years. So they get to now understand that I get to create my life and not let somebody dictate what my life should be.
Awesome. Wow, that's amazing. So the reason why I ask you this is I was thinking, do they drop out of school? Do they do this? How does it work? So all these things, was swimming in my head.
Once again, we are not.
This is really good.
Yeah, we're not in or connected to the school system.
Right.
So as most people will have to, I guess they create the word of dropout. If you want to call it drop out of the system, then so be it.
Right.
You know, most people think that you have to stay in the system, or that it's illegal to not be a part of the system, which is not true.
Yeah.
Okay, you can teach your children however you want to teach them.
Yeah.
That's why there's Amish, that's why there's others, and they are not in the school system.
Yeah.
Jewish, they're not part of the school system.
Yeah.
So, but if you don't know that, then you fall into the system.
Yeah.
You know, so we do have a few who started from homeschool and who are now fully with Dream in Motion.
Oh wow, that's
Yes.
That's so amazing.
Yes.
Wow. I feel like I'm inside of the Matrix.
And you are.
Am I going to take the red pill?
No, the blue pill. Which one do you want?
Take a pill. And choose wisely.
And you better choose wisely, or you go down the rabbit hole.
Yeah. Can somebody pass me the vodka with the olive? Shaken, not stirred. Yeah. Oh my goodness, that's so amazing. Wow.
It's extremely rewarding.
Truly an out-of-the-box experience.
You have to be. God is not in a box. So you have to be out of the box.
Wow, wow. Oh, wow. So I'm so excited in collaborating with you guys. And like I said a while ago, the name of my position in their company will be Jet Engine.
Light
Jet
speed.
You know, it's funny because I've been putting my my dreams aside. I've tossed them aside, and I don't know why it's been in the the back burner this
whole time, which we're changing.
I almost said the book burner.
I'm
not burning any books.
We're going to bring him in the forefront.
Yeah. So I think there was a purpose for that.
Yes.
A reason and a purpose for that. Yeah.
Yes.
That it's and the funny thing is that I got all these books at home.
Yes.
Fashion books
That's
and all these knowledge.
That's right.
Of course, some of them we don't need to dust up anymore. We just need to do it through
through working.
Through the net.
Through the net, that's right, internet.
There's so much information now, and I'm just going to guide you guys through this. Oh, wow.
This is
I'm so excited to interview Kyler and Iyanna.
Yes, I can't wait.
Oh, wow. Well, thank you for driving all the way here with your two lovely daughters.
Yes, it's been my pleasure, and thank you for having me on your show so much. It's been an honor.
It's been a pleasure, and I'm so excited about our collaboration.
Yes. You'll see more of us. Stay tuned.
Yes, stay tuned, and maybe you guys will also have your own show in the future.
Yes, stay tuned for that.
Dream in Motion.
That's right.
Not the band, but the next big thing in the fashion industry. And on that note, we are going to take a commercial break, and I will be back with Iyanna.
Yes.
Bye. Don't go away.
Are you at a crossroads in your
John is an employee at one of the most famous firms in the city of New York, so his job is very hectic, and he realized that it is necessary for him to go and finally take a vacation. But he went on a vacation without planning out the details, and wasn't able to truly enjoy where he went because he had to think about so many things that he didn't plan for. Instead of enjoying his time away from work, he came back with more stress that he was not able to take full advantage of his vacation. But this year, a coworker suggested him to try World Ventures this time to make his vacationing more enjoyable and less stressful. They do not require you to plan anything outside of your transportation, which is also available at discounted rates. Your stay, your transport, and many meals are planned by the club. John liked the idea very much. He tries World Ventures, and his experience with the club was amazing, as he made many friends there with whom he had a great time. John recommends that everyone should try this club, as they are the best in business. See how the VIP-vacation-club.com can give you the right experience without all the hassle. Enjoy the VIP experience.
Hello, fabulous girls and boys, and welcome to another segment of the Fab Life. And earlier I interviewed Rochelle, who is the genius behind Dream in Motion. And she came here to the studio with her two lovely girls, lovely daughters, Ayana and Kyler. And here with me right now is Ayana. Oh my gosh, lovely to see you in this show, The Fabulous Life, where you are fabulous. And you're wearing my favorite color too.
It's been my favorite color for 15 years.
I love it. Yeah, because purple to me is the color of royalty.
Yes.
Oh,
it's been shown in a lot of history as well.
Yes. Oh my gosh, really? Well, tell me about that.
Well, okay, so I've only read it. I've only looked it up once,
okay.
So it might not be completely accurate with this.
It's all right. It's okay.
But purple was one of the hardest dyes to create, so there was not a lot of it.
Oh,
so therefore,
wow.
It was used as a sign of royalty, especially since the royals preferred that color a lot.
Yes.
Because of how expensive it was to create the dye, having it was showed you as a very high status.
Oh my gosh, that is so amazing.
It's also the reason why you don't see purple in a lot of flags.
Yes.
Because that was one of their biggest things, trying to get purple on the flags, but because they had to create so many flags, no one really had the money to do so.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Yeah, so that was actually a competition at one point in time.
Wow, my gosh. See, now you learn something every single day, and now that I learned that purple doesn't only symbolize the reason why purple symbolizes royalty is because it was a very hard dye to make. Oh my gosh, that's just...
Until they found a creature, a type of snail, I believe, its shell was purple, that they could easily create more of the dyes from.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, of course, that wasn't discovered until later.
Yes, yes. Now, do you know which country it came from? Did it come from ancient Egypt or Babylon or somewhere in the Mesopotamia? Or...
Let's see. I believe it actually started in England or Spain.
Oh, wow.
Where it first really started appearing. Of course, I could be wrong.
Yeah. I believe you. I mean, Spain has, innovated a lot of things. And they were the world conquerors back in the day. As much as some people hate to hear this. There are a few out there. Oh my gosh. So tell me something about yourself. I know that you're a person of meditation. I see that you meditate a lot.
I do. With meditation, I am working on solidifying my energy or getting back to being more open.
When I was in elementary, I was bullied by the other kids because they didn't like that I was open with myself, that I understood these things, that I could see the problems they were facing, and I was able to tell it to them to their faces.
Wow, wow,
Yes.
that's so amazing. Yeah, and the reason why they felt that way, that they bullied you, is because they were very insecure. And you told them the truth. You saw their truth and you spoke it to them. And they couldn't handle it.
No.
They were not ready for it.
I went through a stage where I was really confused about why people felt that way about themselves.
Yes.
Why people would turn on themselves so much that they couldn't love themselves, and they would turn on other people whenever someone tried to help them on it.
Wow.
In doing that, I did something that I don't regret doing it, but I wish I got out of it sooner. I started sealing away my energy. I started repressing it.
Yeah.
And because of that, I went through a good chunk of my life, a few years. I don't remember any of it.
Oh,
It's
wow.
almost like for those who try to seal away themselves, become those mindless slaves
Yes.
that people try to create them to be.
Yes.
They can no longer think for themselves. They can't feel anything. They have no motivation to get up in the morning. None of that. After, it was thanks to my mom and my sister and them who did notice. It wasn't that I did anything particularly wrong. I just couldn't feel anything.
Yes.
I ended up closing myself off so much that I started running away from it. Whenever I would feel the energy around me, because I was very in tune with it, I would start to push it away.
You just clam up and completely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's actually one of the reasons why I write stories now. When I was smaller, I would put on these plays and performances for my mom, because she always worked so hard for us whenever she came back. And so, knowing that was my passion, I continued doing it even through that, and I slowly began to open up myself more and more. Now I write books because I know there are others out there like me who know who they are, but they hide it because they're afraid of people judging them and bashing on them for being who they are.
Okay.
And even those people, they know they're just like us. They know who they are, but because of how they might have been raised, grown up around, they suppress it themselves too. And I want to help people get out of that. I want to help people start really being more in tune with themselves, feeling that part of themselves that they know is there but want to reconnect with.
Yes. Oh my goodness. I mean, this is so amazing. I mean, you're not only a, emotionally spiritual person, you're also a gifted artist. I was so amazed when I saw your the animation, the cartoons that you've created, which we are showing right now. It is they're so amazing. So what is your role in the grand scheme of things as far as Dream in Motion is concerned?
Well, my part is the fact that I can understand and I am loving. I am the love bug of my family.
Okay.
No matter what, I've always loved everyone around me.
Okay.
Even the things that scare me.
Yes.
I don't have the ability to hate. Even when I was going through what I did, I didn't hate anyone or anything because they were not to blame for what I did to myself. With that, I also know how to put my emotions on paper. That's always been a big thing for me.
Yeah.
As well as looking at all those small details that everyone seems to miss. I like taking complicated things and solving them.
So not to cut you off, you put your emotions on paper. I get into trouble because I put my emotions on Facebook. And I forget that people are reading. I said, oh my gosh, they read it. And then, why are you mad again? Oh no, I'm so sorry. I just wrote my I wear my heart on my sleeves. That's what's wrong about me.
Yeah. So putting my stuff on paper, I'm able to take the vision of Dream in Motion and present it to all those so they can see what we want to achieve. Not only that, it connects with them and they get that feeling, that urge to come for those who really want to find that part of themselves, who want to do something and succeed with it, to help bring them in.
Yes. Wow, that's amazing. Now, you and your sister Kyler, I know that you're trying to, develop a brand together. So what's going to be your role in that brand? Are you going to create the print of the fabric, or are you also going to design some outfits? What are you going to do?
When it comes to Kyler Pride, it is part of our two names combined.
Yes.
My sister, all the way fashion designer, she comes up with her own prints and whatnot. I'm more behind the scenes. What I do is as the better artist of the family, I actually sketch out the design so it's more readable for other people.
Okay.
And I do come up with a few designs myself.
Oh, okay.
But it's mainly all her.
Yes, and she is extremely talented.
And she made these designer pants for me.
Nice. But when I saw your animation, I'm thinking this is beautiful. You could create prints itself, and she could design and then utilize those prints, on a fabric, and it's going to be amazing with all the colors you come up with, the combination, the coordination. I was just completely blown away when I saw your artwork. Oh my goodness. I am so excited to collaborate with all of you. It's going to be something really big. I can foresee it happening.
I can feel it.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Oh, do we still have time? Yes. I know it's every time that I do a segment, it's almost like a ticking time bomb where. Oh my gosh. So are you doing, so what are you doing now? What are you currently doing?
Currently, I am working on a story called Rippled Reality that is showing on Webtoon, which is a site where you can read comics online. Webtoon is about a girl whose soul is split between two different realities.
Oh, wow.
And she's trying to figure out what is going on while keeping the balance of both worlds.
Oh my gosh. Isn't that amazing? Wow. Well, I can't wait to read your book. What's it? So some of your books are already out, right?
Yes.
Wow. I need to get some copies of your book so I can read it. Yeah.
Currently, they're ebooks. I don't have any printed versions out yet, but those will be up soon.
Yeah. Well, if they're ebooks, then I'll definitely look them up, on E. And there you have it. So in our third segment, I will be interviewing Kyler, who's the other, I shouldn't say the other P in the pot. the other girl in the Supreme, the Supreme Dream Team, Dream in Motion. So
My wonderful sister.
Yes, the wonderful sister. So I will be right back. Don't go away.
Bye.
Liar, liar, panties on fire.
What do you mean panties? It's pants on fire.
Oh my gosh, no, in my world, in my Rocky Horror world, it's, the televiewers, the beautiful televiewers, don't forget to watch Geezy and his frenemies every Monday night from 9 p.m., like Tylenol p.m., to 10 p.m.
Get it
only.
right. Get it right.
Social media
shows.
Liar, liar, pants on fire.
I got it down, right?
JC, you didn't see that.
Are we recording right now?
Yeah.
Oh.
Hey! Liar, liar, Victoria's Secret on fire. Watch Gizzy and Frenemies every Monday from 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. and social media shows.
Watch DZ the Spreading Knees.
Yes.
Yeah, 9 p.m. to 10 p.m.
Yes.
Every Monday is raw, uncut, unscripted, unhinged insanity.
Impromptu comedy. And social media shows.
Yes.
Shut up and sit down.
Little bit.
You know they're not putting the sevens back. Shut up and sit down.
Liar, liar, pen. And hello there, girls and boys, fabulous girls and boys. Welcome to the third segment of the Fab Life. And right now my topic is Dream in Motion, and also the label Kayana Refined. And right now I am going to interview Kyler herself, the brain behind Kayana Refined. Oh my goodness. I'm so excited that you're here.
I'm so excited too. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, like avec plaisir, my pleasure. Awesome. So you designed this?
Yes, I designed my jacket and my top I'm wearing.
Wow, that's so amazing.
Thank you.
Wow. So tell me something about yourself.
Well, kind of like how I started was, I started designing when I was 4 by sketching.
Yeah.
And when I was little, I used to watch a whole bunch of Project Runway, and I used to watch, I think, a show called Fashion Star, and like Bratz. Like those were those were all my fashion type of inspirations.
Yes.
The other reason why I started was when I was little, we were going through a lot. I grew up in a single parent home.
Yes.
I had to be with my sister a lot. We kind of really started working on fashion together.
Yes.
And a lot of times fashion for me was more of an escape to kind of get away from any negative feelings or anything that I was having. And a lot of times just like through years I just accumulated nothing but like sketchbooks of just my emotion really.
Yeah.
So I was just drawing whatever would come to my mind depending on how I was feeling.
Wow.
So even like now, a lot of my collections and lines go based off of those emotions and what I was going through. And I was able to create a collection called Broken Glass, which is one of my, it's kind of like one of my favorite collections, where I kind of want to compare people and glass together, where, when you start out like glass, you're stainless, you're perfect, like kids, we're pure, we're everything, we're happy.
Yes.
And sometimes we can get shattered by something, whether it's divorce or like we did, missing parent. And I wanted to show that doesn't need to be something negative, or it doesn't need to be just a scar on you. And instead of hiding it instead of like, you know, listening to help or getting help. You can turn that into power, something that drives you through your day and, you know, and generally helps you.
Yes.
So that's what I wanted to create, Broken Glass, and through all my collections leading up to that. So,
yes.
yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's so amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah. So that broken glass thing is like a recurring theme in all your collections.
Yeah, a lot of my collections, one of my favorite art styles is abstract art.
Yes.
And I like abstract art mainly because, for me, I think you can take so many different shapes or so many different things and make just something simple, whether it's, you know, a star. You can take so many different, like, shapes and different things and just make the same shape.
Make the same shape. Oh my goodness. You know, I love Picasso.
Yeah.
Now that we're talking about abstract art, I mean, his art just fascinates me. I know that when you look at it initially, it seems like it doesn't make any sense at all.
Yeah.
But the way he placed those pieces together, you know, even if they're so, what do you call this? They're not attached to each other, they're broken pieces, but it kind of makes sense.
Yeah, it really does.
In its brokenness, it makes sense.
Yeah, and like that's the way I like to think of people, is because not all the time are we might seem like we're put together, but on the inside it's like some shapes are not like, you know, matching together some things, but it's like it still creates who we are. So that's what I want to show. That
is so amazing. Now I spoke to your
yeah.
I do want to be rude. Earlier, so I spoke to your talented sister, Ayana. So how are you going to collaborate with Ayana? I know that she does all this animation, cartoon, you know, and I'm so amazed. And then you design clothing. So how is that going to work in the grand scheme of things?
Well, actually, when we were growing up, something that really impacted us was anime. And like, she is more of like an anime type of artist. So it's like when it comes to like a lot of the anime art, some of those, a lot of their outfits are very different from you know, from what we have today. And a lot of times, since she's always in that, also because she's more like focused on like art, and she has like this different sense to take whatever is simple and like turn it into something different, also because of the anime that she watches. I like to use that too. We kind of mash together both of our visions on art and fashion. So it's like with her, she likes to see different structure, just different ways to wear things. And like I like to implement that into my collections, because I think that's an amazing gift that she has, and it can be used for so many different ways. It's already used for paper and, you know, books and stories and everything. I'm like, you know, everyone uses clothing every day, so like I wanted that to be implemented.
Oh wow, that is really amazing. Like what I said a while ago, since I love her animation, her work. I think one of my suggestions is that she could create the print of the fabric, and then you design the clothing. And maybe, you know, we can do something like, it could be the print of a very simple jacket or even pants. You know, because pants by itself, like it's so boring. It's really very basic. Like they're just pants. And plus, you know, when it comes to production, you can't really put a lot of cuts and details because that's going to be a production nightmare. But the print is the thing that's going to take it to a whole nother level.
So, like that. I mean, print art. That's definitely her
print
thing.
art.
Like, I would definitely use it for something like that.
Oh my gosh,
everyone loves wearing things with prints, especially if you want to be different. I know I love print, so like that would be. That's definitely
so I really love your designs, and I know that one of the models in your that was wearing your design was Denise, and she is the daughter of a good friend of ours, Sheila. And oh my gosh, she's an amazing model.
Shout out to you, Denise.
Shout out to you, Denise. I hope that you're watching, and also Sheila, the mom, the proud mom. Yeah.
Yes, I love Denise. She's always been muse for me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I think she just wears the clothing so well. It just fits her. And like, I love her.
I think she just had a baby recently,
yes, she
right?
Did.
Yeah, oh my goodness. So congratulations on the little toddler. No, that's not the toddler, that's the cat.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. That's Nala.
Yeah, Nala.
Oh my gosh, I'm really excited about Kayana Refined.
Yes.
That's going to be, my vision for Kayana Refined is that I see it as a huge label, you know, in New York, in Paris, Milan, London, LA, San Francisco, you know, in the big fashion capitals. And it's going to be really amazing.
Yes.
You know what I dream? You're welcome. My dream is for us girls to be able to go to Harajuku in Japan.
Yes. So excited.
Because Harajuku is like this fashion festival, and they battle against each other with style and fashion.
Oh,
not with violence, but with fashion.
Yes, almost like a dance battle. You don't actually
like a dance
fight,
battle,
but
like with fashion.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
That's gonna be really amazing.
Yes.
Yeah. The only thing that I could tell you, it's gonna be a long process. But even if it's going to be a long, tedious process, you guys could have a lot of fun.
Yeah, like my mom always told me that, especially if you keep your eye on the prize or really love what you want, like no matter how long it is, as long as it's fun, it's always going to be great.
Yeah, the production itself should be fun when you're creating an outfit, you're creating the print, the artwork, or choosing fabrics and this and that. The whole process should be fun.
Yes.
Because your audience, your market, your customer is going to see that.
Yeah.
It's going to be reflected, you know, on the clothes. And
not only that, like the whatever visions or images we have in our head is finally going to be out.
Yeah. And that's what I noticed too, since I'm a huge, you know, I'm such a dork when it comes to the Marvel universe and DC and all that. So I love watching all these, you know, fantastical science fiction superheroes.
I love Marvel. Like
my brother
got us, our whole family, into watching nothing but Marvel. And everything.
Oh my gosh.
I live to see nothing but that.
Yeah, that major inspiration right there. And did you notice that the behind the scenes, they're really having fun doing it?
Yes.
And they're having fun, and they're all talented actors and artists who really pour out their heart and soul into this.
I think that's the fun part to watch, is that they're so I love to see actors and actresses get so passionate and caught up with their character so much that sometimes even outside of filming it just becomes them. I think my favorite part is also, like, you know, when it comes to like the outfits or things like that, they're always so excited to see it and so excited to see how it moves and things like that.
Black
so I think that's
Panther was fluid out of the water.
It was amazing.
Like those, the Grace Jones inspired women. Wakanda forever.
Wakanda.
yeah. Oh my gosh, those women really knew how to accessorize.
Yes, they did. Accessories, that's the best part.
Yeah. I remembered what RuPaul said. I have the ability to accessorize.
Yes, it's a skill, honestly.
It's a skill. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited about your label, the brand that's gonna, and it's going to be like that.
Yes, I'm excited to also be working with you too. Like,
oh my gosh, I'm gonna be the jet engine behind the scenes.
Yeah.
It's gonna be so amazing. Yeah, I can see now that all our God-given gifts and abilities are gonna come together into fruition.
Yeah,
and we're going to create something really out of this world.
Yes, I love to think of it as like a puzzle, and you know how puzzle pieces, they just fit together.
Pieces of a puzzle, and yet broken and disconnected, just like a Picasso painting.
Yes.
How about that?
Yeah.
Don't you love that?
Yes.
No, we're not doing Dr. Phil over here.
No.
Oh my God. I think we should do a show together or something.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Shout out to anything that's funny out there.
Yep.
Yeah. And hello to all our televiewers. Mm-hmm. And maybe you have some friends there too. Maybe you should, you know.
Hello, all my friends. And Dashna, what's up?
Yeah, there you go. She's a big star.
Yep. Also, hi, Alia. How's
Yeah.
it going?
Yes. Alia?
Yeah. Actually, I just went to a sleepover just yesterday or the day before. Yeah, 4-day weekend, everything. It was great. So.
Oh my God.
She's actually going to be one of my models too, and she's 12, and she's almost like 5'11", 5'10" now.
Oh yes,
yeah.
You gotta work it, girl. Work it, work it, own it, conquer it.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I bet she looks like a glamazon in the stiletto heels.
Yes, like she towers over.
Towers.
Yeah, her and her brother Hakeem. So.
Oh wow! Yeah, I remember the first time that I saw Naomi Campbell in person, my jaw just dropped. Her? Yeah, and I couldn't say anything, of course, because I was working in the store.
Yeah,
but she blew my mind away because one of the customers was about to buy a pair of shoes of Azzedine Alaya, and she modeled for Alaya in Paris. And the black feathers all over the black boots. Mm-hmm. And then she approaches the customer. Naomi herself sells the shoe to the customer. And she's like, you must buy those shoes and don't forget to put it in a box and store it in a cool place. And then she turns around and the customer starts screaming, oh my gosh, Naomi Campbell just sold me a shoe. I'm buying it.
I would do the same thing. Like if Naomi Campbell came up to me, I'd be like, hello, Queen. First of all,
$3,000 shoes.
Oh,
the customer bought it like hook, line, and sinker, just because Naomi Campbell sold it to her.
I don't have $3,000, but if I did,
Naomi didn't even know that she was selling it to her. I mean, it's see that the power of persuasion, and the power of a brand.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And that's what I want to turn you into. I want to turn Kayala Refined into a brand.
Yes.
And there you go, ladies and gentlemen. So this is the third segment of the Fab Life. And we will be back with some more in our fourth and last segment. So don't go away.
Than I should have given to you. Oh, so much, so friends and them saw me and said, ooh, broke every law, broke every taboo to be the one you needed me to put it all through. Now all I can do is move on with guilt in my soul. So clap your hands, love someone, but you had to let them go. Clap your hands if you love someone, but they're never gonna know. Clap your hands.
Welcome to our family. No, we really are a part of the family. The social media shows.
That's right. That's right.
And welcome to the Fab Life. And this is the fourth and final segment. As you see, I have the supremes of the fashion industry. Dream in Motion.
Kayana Refine.
Kayana Refine. That's going to be really.
Yes.
Oh,
Stay
wow.
tuned for that name.
Yeah.
Kayana Refine. KR.
Yep.
Oh.
And the strongest fairy.
And the strongest fairy. All the art of Flourish Works. Yes.
I have to tell you that I was so impressed by all you three and your two girls.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. That was really amazing. Yeah. They took me to another world. I was transported to another world.
Good. That is exactly what it is.
Took me to Saturn and back.
I hope I did. That's what I specialize in.
Well, I felt it. I'm feeling you. I felt it.
I'm like, it's our job.
Yeah.
We would have failed if we didn't.
You had me at purple.
Yes.
Color all
She had me at the color purple.
Yes. Same here. I love purple.
Yeah.
Well, I'm over here loving blue.
I love royal blue.
Yes.
I love periwinkle. Periwinkle.
Oh my gosh. Yeah,
Yes.
there you go.
It's like an icy blue.
Yes. All blue.
I'm so excited about Kayana Refine. So tell me, ladies, about what Kayana Refine is going to be.
Ooh.
How do you envision it as a label, as a brand?
Honestly, I envision it
Top
as
of the fashion world.
Yes. Preach it.
Yes,
right.
That honestly
summarized it up.
Like, yes, that's definitely what I think of it. I think of it in Paris, Milan, New York. I think of it everywhere as this high fashion brand. And definitely like what she said, top of the fashion.
Top of the fashion world.
Yes, that's definitely what I think.
I know many years ago, and I don't know if you ladies are going to hit me over the head with this, or probably not. One guy introduced me to the word ratchet.
Uh-oh.
It went down. But I actually, because he was such a fashionable and really cool guy, I said, you know what? I mean, for some people, it could be a very negative word.
Mm-hmm.
But it could be ratchet and chic could be a fusion together.
Yeah.
It could be a line.
It could be, well, we're not going to name a brand.
I mean,
a
mixture of.
Yeah. It
they
could
come
just
up with
be
street chic and with
street chic,
urban street,
ratchet chic is not no different.
Yeah, it's just like I'm thinking Yves Saint Laurent back in the day in Paris. She took a girl from Harlem and made her walk in the fashion show in Paris.
Yes.
There you go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That works.
That works.
That works.
The other thing does not work.
Yes.
It's like no.
No.
None of
that. No.
None of that.
It's just no.
It's a no. Wakanda forever.
Wakanda's
That's
this.
this.
Wakanda.
Like,
and this is Kayana Refine.
No.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So, how do you envision Kayana Refine?
This is really her dream. Dream in Motion just helped guide her and teach and mentor her into what it is that she wants. This is all her vision. So we're just behind that vision, and we knew it was high fashion and couture. So that's where she wants to lead to. And with those type, she has her favorites, Diane von Furstenberg. She has Oscar de la Renta. So she has where she would like to reach and beyond based upon where she is. So even as a young woman, she's looking at things from a young lady's point of view going into womanhood, where it doesn't always have to be show everything,
right?
To bring the elegance back, but also be edgy because she's edgy. So that's where her her lines roll, and that's when she works with things and things that flow.
Yeah.
You know,
Yes,
and things
yes.
that, you know, really, really work for the body without having to show everything.
Yeah.
So it's like, leave the mystery there. Bring back the 1940s and 50s where there was mystery and there was chic,
Elegance
and there was elegance
and
and
sophistication,
sophistication,
yes. Yeah.
but you can still be free. You know,
Yeah.
you can still be, you know, what's the word for it? Classy.
Classy,
And
yeah.
edgy, with an edge, you know,
Mm-hmm.
because I think more people nowadays are just as much more can be of themselves, especially the younger ones, that they need to be able to fulfill or express that, especially in their fashion. So,
Yeah, because I know for a lot of kids, especially some of the ones who are shy or who are a little nervous to, like, you know, really say their personalities, a lot of us, we tend to go to what we wear. Or someone's for Yaya, she goes to drawing. So I know for me, I used to be really shy. So the way I would express who I was through what I wore. And I was always very polite, very nice, but I'm like, I got a little edge to me. So that was always that was always my whole vision when it came to clothing and stuff.
Yeah, clothing is actually the biggest visual communication.
Yes.
yes.
And sometimes, like in my case, you know, I love to express myself in clothing.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's well received, sometimes it's not.
And that's okay.
Yeah,
Because who cares? No,
a perfect example, you know, I know absolutely nothing about hockey and sports.
Yeah.
And last week, I have to share this on TV. I wore the Golden Knights shirt simply because I love the helmet.
Yeah.
I love the design, and I wore it with my funky looking joggers. And that's how I went to the movie theater.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so as I was, you know, buying for, you know, my movie ticket, this guy was like, yeah, you know, go Golden Knights, and then I said, yeah, at the same time. And then he started talking to me, you know, and then, did you see the rehearsals? I said, I truly apologize. I said, because I'm not really you know, I'm not into sports, and this was given to me as a gift by a family member. And the guy went ballistic. He's like, well, you better take off that shirt right now and give it back to me because I own this town.
Wow.
Oh, goodness.
Wow.
It's like, you're not into the Golden Knights. I said, you're not taking off the shirt off my back.
No.
My goodness.
I know, same for me. I'm not into sports. I still have no idea.
At the risk of getting 86th in that hotel, because that's my favorite movie theater, I just walked away.
That's right.
Walked away.
Right.
Walked away.
That's right. It's not even worth it.
I said, no, it's not.
No, it's really not.
Wow, what is the world coming to?
Of course, his girlfriend got mad at him afterwards.
Well, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She had a few
Isn't
choice
that
words,
crazy?
I'm sure.
Yeah, I know I don't understand anything about sports. I mean, to this day, like, our whole family, or at least the other side of it, is all about football and hockey, everything. And I'm like, I think when it came to football, I still only know the quarterback, and I still have no idea who he is.
I think it's great. I mean, it's wonderful, and
their outfits are great.
But I also think that people who are not into it, you know, can wear those sports items. I mean, if they're not really into it, but they could promote that team.
Yes, yeah,
see,
exactly.
It's
and,
a visual way of promoting that team.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just a lot of crazy people.
I have a similar thing. There's a lot of cartoons and shows that I like to watch. They don't normally watch it with me because they're just not into that type of thing.
Yeah.
But they're totally cool with me dressing them up in the style our theme.
There you go.
Look at the part, even though they don't.
And you don't
nothing.
question them. You know nothing about this cartoon. Let me
No.
rip that.
I'm from time to time I'll make references to that thing and they don't get it. But they're totally cool with that. I'll just explain it to them later.
Yeah, that's quite often. I'm like, wait, what?
No, until we go outside and someone else is like, oh, cool. Do you know this thing? We're like, who?
I'm sorry. I immediately just look at her.
It's okay. I got you.
I know nothing.
Oh
except,
my gosh.
you know, RWY.
Ruby.
Yeah.
It's just, yes.
That's the only thing.
Only a few. Just
Fate Stay Night, you know.
Oh, well.
Just
Go Knights.
Yeah. Don't know who's who, but go.
whatever.
Keep up the good work.
Keep your fancy.
Yep.
Yes.
The color scheme is great.
The color scheme is
that's
great. And going back to color scheme and fashion, I'm so excited about Kayana Refine, and thank you for allowing me to be involved in this team.
Honored.
I'm part of the girls now.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And actually, that's actually kind of funny how all your guys' favorite colors is purple and mine is blue, and kind of Refine it's blue and purple.
It's blue and purple.
It's kind of
Wonderful.
I know.
Beautiful combination.
I should know. I created the logo.
Oh, yes, you should know. Yes. How about that?
Boom, what?
What?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, it's been so much fun having you ladies in the fabulous life, and each one of you, you're fabulous.
Thank you.
Fabulous,
you so much for
all
having
the way around, fabulous.
Yes. Thank you. All the fabulousness.
All the fabulouses and the fabulouses out there.
That's right. That's
Everyone
right.
is so fabulous.
Yes.
Right.
Don't
Even
forget yourself.
Yes. Oh
Yes,
my gosh, have I
fabulous,
forgotten
always.
myself? It's like fabulous.
all
No,
together.
I'm just kidding.
Yes. It's
Yes. Even the God that inspired you to create, Dream in Motion is fabulous.
Yes.
Always
My God
fabulous.
is always fabulous. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord.
Yes, thank you, Lord.
Thank
So
you, Lord.
there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. And don't forget, I always tell you that the best fashion accessory is your self-confidence. So, chowder.
Bye.
Bye.